Hey guys, and welcome to Amateur Cosplay 1.5, how I did the Frank West costume. Okay, basically what this is me telling you how I did the costume. You know, and I plan on doing this in the same episode for all of the other videos that I do from here on out. It's just I hadn't thought about this until after I'd uploaded it. And you know, I mean, this is basically just to show you A, what I'm doing, you know, B, I'm going to try and relay as best I can the costs for all of my materials to you, so you can go, oh hey, you know, so doing cosplay isn't going to cost me like several hundred or $1,000 or something like that. So it can cost you, I don't know, but I think this was probably under 100, maybe under, I'll just say under 100, just best guess. But yeah. And then, you know, also in the future, as I work towards bigger things, you know, you guys might be able to say, hey Brad, if you want to get a big sword or something like that, go to this place, and you'll get it for like 20 bucks. You know, and also, that also works with the idea of the stuff that I'm doing currently, where I'm like, oh hey, I got this at Walmart for like 40 bucks. But somebody chips in and goes, hey Brad, you could have gotten this same thing for like 30 at blah. So yeah, you know, it's just to help everybody out and go from there. Anyway, this cosplay was Frank West. He's in Dead Rising, Dead Rising 2 Off the Record, and Dead Rising 2 Case West. Basically, the costume I decided to go with was Frank's base costume. He's a photojournalist, and from what I can tell, he dresses professional casual, which is basically, you know, dress pants, you know, a dress shirt, and a sport coat. But he doesn't look very nice and blah, and yada yada yada. But see, the interesting thing with Dead Rising is the fact that you can pick up just about anything, you know, for weapons, and also you can change into different costumes. So, I mean, if I'd wanted to, I could have gone with a dress and probably pulled off a Frank West cosplay. No. That's not gonna happen. Not ever. I'm not cross-dressing. That's outside of my comfort zone, so don't ask. Not even once. Not ever. Anyway, like I said, I went with the professional casual starting costume because, well, it just works. I don't know. Whatever. So anyway, to start, you're gonna want a dress shirt. You know, I got mine at Walmart, I want to say, for about maybe 10, 15 bucks. You know, it's just a basic button-up shirt that you can wear, you know, under the sport coat and everything like that. And, you know, I guess also just to clarify, I'll be putting on everything as I go along just to show you, you know, the transformation from Brad to the character. So, there might be some slow parts where I'm just putting on things or buttoning things up, so you might have to bear with me on that, and I do apologize for that little inconvenience. But I'll try and talk as much as I can just to keep it flowing for you. So anyway, you know, put on a dress shirt, or if you want to, you know, cheat, I personally think you could pull off putting on like a white t-shirt and then slipping on the sport coat over it and going from there. If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna tuck my shirt in off camera because, well, I don't want to get flagged for inappropriate material, because honestly that could happen, and you know, I don't feel like risking that. But anyway, so bam, dress shirt tucked in. You know, obviously wear a belt too, but right now don't care. Next part is sport coat. Basically, you know, you get a sport coat like Dillard's or something, it's going to run you a couple $100 bucks. However, the smart thing that, you know, cosplayers and role players and all this other stuff do is, you know, they hit up thrift stores, Goodwills, places where the Salvation Army, places where they accept donations, then, you know, they sell them off or whatever. It's like this thing, I want to say it was, under 10, but I can't remember, so I got it at a Goodwill. But anyway, because the thing is, you know, you don't want to spend 200 bucks on a thing you're only going to wear a couple times for cons, that could get ripped up and torn and yada yada yada. And I mean, this thing, in the future, it could get messed up, you know, from cons and all that stuff. So, anyway, you got a sport coat, okay? You know, it's a good base. But the thing is, you know, you walk around the convention floor like this, people are going to be like, oh, hey, that's just some, you know, asshole reporter guy. What do you do to make yourself stand out as Frank West? Well, here's a step in the right direction. Get yourself a camera. This is actually a camera that I had from like my aunt or something like that. And I mean, it's a real film camera, I just don't use it. So I just decided to put it on, you know, I have a little string thing around my neck. So I couldn't tell you the cost for camera. But I think you could also get a prop camera somewhere and work with that. Now again, you know, you're looking a bit better, but you could still be mistaken for some stupid asshole reporter. So again, what do you do? Here is where I decided to make myself stand out. Bam. You may remember this. This is the ServBot mask, you know, from the ComCap mask company. Anyway, this was originally actually a UTZ cheese ball container that I cut the bottom out of, and then, you know, I put tape over the edges just so I wouldn't, you know, nick or cut myself whenever I slip this thing on and off. And the face, you know, doesn't look 100% like a ServBot, but that's because this is my own personal ServBot mask. Because, I mean, there were plenty of different emotions, like happy, sad, angry, you know, confused, whatever. So, you know, I added a little scar and then a little, like, Rambo bandana, as I'm going to call it. And I even painted a little thing on the back. But anyway, you know, slip it on. And I'm not going to keep it on because I can't talk with that. But also remember, cut yourself some eye holes. I mean, like, you'd want to go bigger if you want to walk around with this thing on. Mine, I can, like, slip it on and I can see out of. But I'm not going to slip it on and walk around. That would be dangerous with how limited my vision is with this. So I'm not going to wear it. But another little side thing, if you don't want to carry it really, I would suggest, you know, like getting some little thing so you can slip it onto your belt or something like that. You know, and go with that. Like, I'll show you what I've got. Basically, this little belt thing that I got at Michael's. It's an art and craft supply place. You know, and I got this for like maybe $2 or $3. Admittedly, I cut this one, but anyway, you know, it has like the little button thing and the holes so you can slide through. So just make a little incision like somewhere along the bottom, and then you can slip it in through and loop it around onto your belt. So you're not carrying it the whole time. So there, you actually have something that makes you stand out, and people will go, oh, that's Frank West, I get it. You know, and I think the cheese ball thing was about $2 or $3. My paints, again, I got those at Michael's. They were like, they're acrylic paints. And at this point, I'm going to say I don't know anything about paints. So, you know, maybe there's better paints to use for this kind of work. But it's just paint I got there. If you guys have suggestions, honestly, feel free. I don't mind. But anyway, you know, those cost like $5 for a big tube, and you can use the extra paint for other projects, like I do. Sorry, a lot of talking. Anyway, you know, so you've got that really sets you out. But, you know, for me, because I want to go a little bit more, you know, I've got a few more things to show you. Okay? Again, from Michael's. This is, you know, just a fake little foam sword. You know, you probably hear it and you see the weird handle. But, you know, I have that because, like I said earlier, one of the things that's great about Dead Rising is the fact that you can pick up just about anything and use it as a weapon. So, I mean, you know, you can pick up cash registers, potted plants, park benches, lawnmowers, you know, other crap, just crazy crap that you can use to fight up the zombies. Now, I mean, I'm trying to stay with kid-friendly toy stuff because, well, honestly, I doubt on the convention room floor they're going to like you having, you know, a big rake or scythe or something like that. So, you know, stick with this. Maybe get a Nerf thing. Because, I mean, A, they'll more than likely let you use it carry it on the floor. And, you know, B, it'll be, like, entertaining for people. So they'll be like, oh, I get it, because it's, you know, you wouldn't fight a zombie with a fake sword. Trust me, you wouldn't. So I mean, you've got that little bit of appeal. And again, like with the mask, you know, you get a little belt thing and you can clip it onto your belt somewhere, which my belt would be pretty full because I've got one more thing to show you. This is a Smith's milk jug. You'll see it's bright orange, well, not bright orange, it's an orange color. Now I went with this because in the first Dead Rising, coffee creamer comes in big, like, gallon jugs like this milk. So my plan was, oh hey, drink all the milk, then, you know, clean this out really thoroughly, and then I can carry it around, be like, oh hey, you know, I've got coffee cream in case I run into trouble. Because Frank carries a lot of stuff, and yeah, you know, I gotta carry it somehow. Also, the added benefit is, oh hey, I have something to drink on the convention room floor. You know, so after I finish off the milk, gonna cut off this little thing, and bam, again, hook it on my belt. Maybe put some water or something in there, just so I stay hydrated when on the floor. But, oh shit. Sorry that took so long, guys, but that's the cosplay. Like, looking back at all those little costs, like I said, somewhere under $100 for everything altogether. Like, besides the few things that I couldn't really recall, like this, like my camera. But yeah, you know, like I said, it's a fun, interesting thing that I like to do. I'm just sharing this with you guys, so some of you people who are hesitant about doing cosplay can see you don't have to spend the big bucks to at least do cosplay effectively enough for people to know you're doing it. You know, if you want to do actually hardcore really well, you're actually going to have to spend some money on that. And unfortunately for myself, because I'm a college student currently, I'm not doing that. But I do graduate soon, so maybe one day. Anyway, guys, you know, just follow these tips and tricks and, you know, hey, you'll have a fantastic amateur cosplay for Frank West from Dead Rising, Dead Rising 2, and Dead Rising Case West. Also, you know, a little plug for those games. I like them. They're entertaining, they're fun. You know, I'd suggest going to play them if you get the chance and if you like killing zombies and stuff. Now, if you'll excuse me, you know, I'm gonna go see if I get lucky with this little guy. You know, so I'm Valiant, and this is what I do. Hey ladies, how's it going? Oh yeah, the mask? Oh yeah. Yeah, I made it myself. You know, it's a good little thing. It works.